Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. Squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want.
Oh, Henry! It's the coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense, the former three-time captain at Michigan State, quarterback Kirk Cousins.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. You got to get that changed around.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 12 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown. A first down throw for Cousins.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Complete. It's Henry. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now a give, right side, Taylor, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The give to Taylor. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man here is Scott, complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Cousins now from the 50. He dumps it off for Henry.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. It's Scott. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 23 yards the pickup there.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He completes it to Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Taylor, and he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, it's Taylor, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one fielded at the 5. So we have reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and sneak it here. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Again, it's Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Under 10.
They'll run it again with Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. A first down throw for Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run with Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a give, right side. Taylor, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for the win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win